Hey, how you guys doing? This is your boy Kaale, Cloud the Wanderer, and I'm here on a Sunday evening with the lovely Elaine Tai. She's an IFBB fitness competitor, and she's here to tell her story, how she became a bodybuilder, and other things. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. Yeah, I seen you on Instagram, and I noticed that you're a fitness competitor. I like the fitness competitor division because you guys do those flips and you guys on stage, and yeah, like how that all started for you.
Well, let's see. I know there are a few different things that sort of like happened, but basically, the most silliest thing that happened to me was like this was years ago, at least
Hmm.
like 15 years ago, if not longer. I just like literally had a dream about bodybuilding and competing, and I woke up and I was like, that's what I want to do. I didn't do that right away. I had just other life things. And then eventually, let's see, for a while, I was actually like in my early to mid 20s, I actually was uh, very active in pole fitness, basically pole dancing, but
Yeah,
more from
that's
like
all
the
right. You can
athletic
say
perspective.
yeah. You can
Yeah,
say that.
yeah. Yeah, so like pole dancing kind of stuff. And my friends knew that I was like into bodybuilding or like very interested in bodybuilding, and I was like weight training already and everything. And the year that Oksana had done her routine that had the pole thing at the very end, so like the actual pole movement like skill that she did is pretty simple for like a pole for the person who's been pole dancing for a while. It's more of like a beginner level, not beginner, I'd say intermediate level skill. And so like my friend sent me the video and she was like, Elaine, if this is what it takes to be the top like bodybuilder, fitness bodybuilder, then you can totally do it too. Which is like totally ignoring the very intricate, elaborate, and high intensity skills that she did right before there. And we all we saw was the pole stuff. And I was like, you were right. You're right. And I got all into it. So then I like looked up the first few people around me. I used to live in Colorado, so I just randomly Googled like bodybuilding coaches and stuff like that. And I found one person who like responded right away. And for a while, so I worked with him, but he actually didn't do fitness. He was like, I can help you kind of, but let's start you off in bikini first, just because it's like the entry level is how he kind of put it, like division, which I kind of now that I understand bodybuilding more, I'm like, oh, that's totally not the entry level necessarily. Just wherever you fit is where you fit, really, right?
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, so I worked with that coach for a while, and then eventually I was able to find my my next coach, who was actually not my husband, but he's the one who actually got me into the fitness division because he actually knew how to coach fitness, knew understood it and everything, and built helped me like build up the basics, the mandatory skills, right? So within fitness, we aren't required to do any tumbling. That's just what
Mhm.
people tend to put into it. But the
Oh,
actual like
okay.
mandatories are just a push up of any kind, a straddle hold, a high kick, and what's the last one? And a split. That's it. So like he trained me on those mandatories and everything, and then all like the other stuff that sort of like gradually either reach out to someone else to like, teach me a skill or just kind of figured it out on my own.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So in the fitness division, it's not a requirement with the flips and all that stuff.
no, not at all. It's not right. So besides the mandatory skills that I just those four mandatory skills, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, okay,
And
got
yeah,
you.
I know a lot of people think you have to be a gymnast or something, but no, you don't. It's not
Yeah.
there. It's not mandatory. Like I think actually Oksana didn't really do any. back handsprings or anything like that. She did more like walkovers and things like that. I think up until she got to a very, very high level. Um, we are judged on like our overall energy, like entertainment value, our
Right.
like athleticism, essentially, our strength, um, our flexibility, and everything like that. So like people will put in tumbling to add to the wow factor of the routine to make it more interesting and all that stuff. But like you gotta remember also like a lot of the judges are just bodybuilding judges. They're not gymnasts. They're not like
Right.
um, cheerleaders or anything. They don't necessarily have that background, so they aren't necessarily judging the skills all the time, like the tumbling skills. People
Right.
just put it in again because it's just interesting. It's cool, you know.
Nah,
High
I'm not
flying.
that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. Like, so like, how? What was your first show like?
My first show was, let's see, I did what used to be called the Europa. It was in Phoenix, Arizona. And I don't think
Okay.
they have that show anymore. It was actually really cool for me to do that as my first show because it was a pro am show. So there are fitness pros on, and I got to like watch them and see like real fitness pros on my first show. And there
Yeah.
was actually one other amateur fitness girl that day. She was actually this woman is awesome. I think her name was Dina. I can't remember her last name right now, but she was 62 when she was competing in fitness. 62, okay, as an amateur, and she just does it for fun. I don't know if she still competes, but like at back then she's like, yeah, I just like to compete for fun, whatever. And so it was awesome for me to be able to compete with another amateur competitor at my first show because that rarely happens at the regional level or the local level, and also to be able to watch the pros. Anywho, I did well for my first show. I think I only had 10 weeks to prepare for it.
Yeah.
This was also back in 2018 where we didn't have the physique round. So I think from, was it 2017 or 2018 is when they got rid of the physique round for a little bit up to 2022, 2021, 2022. Um, so I at least didn't have to diet too hard, which is probably good because I was terrible that year at following the diet that my coach gave me. I'd be like, no, I did not follow the diet. I ate this instead, but I trained really, really hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
yeah, I did
mean,
pretty well. Yeah. So, but it was a fun experience to be able to be in that environment, especially because the Europa is more of a expo style. So we were in the middle. There are a whole bunch of people just meandering, going to the different booths and watching the show. And so like I had a great experience because like I was entertaining enough that people were stopping and watching me and they were clapping. I could hear the audience cheering for me while I was going through my
cool.
routine. And
Yeah.
it just like, when you're on stage and performing, that really like uplifts you and makes you have more energy and want to like perform even harder for the audience. So overall, it was a great experience. I did manage to win, and it was an actual win because there was another competitor there
Yeah,
with me.
that's
So
good.
yeah, so overall, my first experience was great.
Yeah.
And when I watch the routine, it's kind of like, oh, that's a very cute routine. Just give my young self a pat on the head. It wasn't the greatest routine, but it was good work.
Yeah. Well,
Work
I
to be
mean, you
more.
started out, so
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be perfect. So
yeah, but
you
it
know.
was fun. I had a wonderful experience.
Yeah. Well, I could show some pictures. Now this was this recent?
Yeah, so this was my first show of this season. I did the
Okay.
NPC Adela Garcia Classic, which was also a pro am show. So she had pro fitness there. And for anyone who doesn't know, Adela is like the goat of fitness. She is the 8-time Miss Fitness Olympian. 8 times, pretty big deal, right? And so it was awesome for me to be able to go to her show, compete at her show. And this was also kind of a warm up in a sense, because I was pretty sure there wasn't going to be a lot of other amateur competitors, at least amateur fitness competitors. I was the only one at the show.
You was the
Yeah, so
only
that was,
competitor?
I was the only amateur fitness competitor, but there were
Oh,
like, I don't remember, I want to say like 8 or 9 pro fitness girls. So they showed up.
okay. And that, so you're IFBB pro, right? Yeah.
I am now, yes. So
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, yeah. So I did junior nationals after this show, which
Yeah,
was in late June. I actually there was one other fitness competitor at that show, and as of I don't know, was it 2 years ago or 1 year ago, the IFBB started doing this minimum competitor rule at all the pro qualifiers, where if you have if you have less than five competitors in your class or your division, excuse me, in your division, then they will not immediately award you your pro card. I think there's a little bit of flexing to that, where like if you are like if you stand out incredibly well, they could award you your pro card that day if you win. But for me, there's just one other competitor. I won, but I was not so spectacular that they gave me that they did not give me a pro card, so I had to petition for it. Um,
mm,
and unfortunately, my petition was denied, like immediately. And I was like, okay, I'll just turn around. And I did NBC Universe, which was like 10 days later. And that's where I got my pro card because there were exactly five competitors and I managed to
yeah,
win. So, yeah,
yeah. Well, congratulations. You have
thank you.
some other pictures. Now
So,
what
this
was?
was Junior Nationals of 2024, last year's show. So, both of these girls actually, Melissa, who is in well, they're both wearing purple. Melissa, who does not have the purple hair on the left side, she got her pro card in actually at NPC Universe 2024. And then the girl on the right, that is Madison. Sorry, Madeline. Oh my God, I call her Maddie, and I suddenly forgot her full name. Maddie. she she won her pro card at the show.
Okay, and it's another picture of you and your husband.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that. So again, this is the show from last year.
Oh, okay, okay. And I think this picture is like it looks like your bulk or something like that.
Yeah, that was from this previous off season. If I'm gonna be totally honest, I haven't had really great off season. Well, no, I had pretty good off season. Like you can see a decent like growth from when I started 10 years ago to now. But last off season, I was like a lot more dedicated and like focused. I switched to working with Jody Bohm as my coach, and she gave me a really, really specific training plan and an off-season diet plan and everything. So I managed to put on a decent amount of size. This
Yeah,
past season. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Do you have like any plans for I don't know, like for the rest of the year or 2026?
Yeah. So let's see. I did the Atlanta Pro last 2 weeks ago, a week ago, right? That was my first, that's my pro debut, and I called it after that just because that was a struggle.
How
I
was
had to
that?
be in. I got dead last, and it's totally fine.
Oh,
You know what? A lot of people would be like, "Oh, I feel bad for people getting last place," but like I knew going into it that like I wasn't going to like do great. I'm not like a phenomenal like I'm not a phenom, right? So my first um fitness show or my first bodybuilding show was like 10 years ago, and I've been like competing every year, just gradually improving and like so getting my pro card, I was like, well, I'm not going to be like Olympia level right away. I'm well aware of like how good I am. So I just wanted to see like where I would stack. And that would give me an idea of like, okay, what do I need to work on for the next off season? What skills should I work on and how can I improve my performance as a fitness competitor? So that's all I went in with that mind of I just want to know where I am. Found out I'm at the bottom and that's perfectly fine. Like, okay, I just have more climbing to do, whether it takes like another 10 years to get to the top or just, wherever I end up being, it's fine. It really is more about just constantly improving for me than it is about
yeah.
like necessarily getting all the trophies and whatever.
Right. Do you know
And,
like why you was in the last place?
let's see, the feedback I got was to build up my back a little more, which is fine. I've always known that is a weakness of mine, and to come in more conditioned, which that's also feedback most people can always have, always have more conditioning. That was
Yeah.
it. I think some people who have watched the show or streamed it thought like I could have placed higher, but I'm not gonna. I'm not worried about it. It's fine.
No, that's
You know.
good. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I did. I mean, I put like some videos together to check it out. Like, you working out, you know. Yeah, but this is you in competition.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
this was the NPC Universe, Mr.
Yeah.
Universe. So you
Uh,
was in New Jersey?
yeah. Yeah. In Teaneck. Yeah. So this is the show
Oh,
that got me
okay,
my pro
T-Neck.
card.
Yeah, yeah. I went there, but I was at the part. I was at the fit model, the wellness and bikini.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that
So I didn't
was the
see you
day
in action.
after us. Yeah,
Yeah,
because we were,
yeah.
when did I go on? Thursday? Wednesday?
Probably Wednesday. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there. I was there on third. Wait, was it? I was there on a Friday. You probably was there on a
Okay, so I was,
Thursday.
yeah, I was on Thursday, yes.
Yeah,
The day
yeah. I'm
before
sorry,
July
I missed
4th. That's
that.
all I remember.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, wow, that'd have been cool. Like seeing you in person, like doing that, like wow, on stage. Like, how was that? How was Mr. Universe for you?
It was super fun, and like so like fitness girls, because there's so few of us, we tend to like just like find each other and we try to like form our group together, trade numbers and social media, and we just are friends like almost immediately, right? It's just because there's not a lot of us, and so it's really fun to just get together, and so we'll like warm up together, just hang out, and I mean that's mostly what I am thinking about when I'm at a show. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go beat people down. The
Yeah,
actual like, I mean, obviously there to also compete and stuff, but
yeah.
like for me, because I've done, oh gosh, I think this was like my 21st or 20th. I forget. I've done 20 plus shows now, right? So
Yeah.
like as far as actually competing and stuff, it's I have my routine, I have my things I do, and so it's like very easy for me. It's very like low stress because I know what I'm supposed to do. I know how to get ready for it, and it's just like a matter of keeping in touch with my coach and just like, okay, what's the next thing I have to do and everything. So it's the actual show day stuff is pretty stress free or low stress, I should say.
What would you say was like your best show?
My best show? Ooh, my best show. Best is hard. Best in what way? I don't know. Uh,
Like,
I think
did you feel like energetic? I mean, maybe that's a tough question because, like you said, you're always improving and stuff. I don't want to make it complicated and
yeah.
stuff.
Oh gosh. Honestly, I probably the Adele show because it was like low stress. Um, I feel like I personally feel like I performed the best at that show. Like I hit all my hardest skills very, very pretty good, very well actually, very cleanly. Um, and yeah. As far as my routine goes, I would say that was probably the best, just
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
got
yeah,
everything, and I could feel as I was like getting right. So that was 4 months of prep, I think, and so by the time I hit the Atlanta show, that was like another what I can't do time 2 months, another 2 months of prep. I was pretty drained, exhausted. So I haven't posted it yet, but like when I do later, someone wants to watch it. Like that, my expression and my like energy at the Atlanta show wasn't quite up to par as where it was at the Adele show because I was still fresh at the Adele show. I was just excited to be on stage. I was still excited for the Atlanta show. I was just much more exhausted physically and mentally, so I didn't
it,
perform to the degree that I would normally.
was your husband like the only person that you say that kind of was there for you on the show, or you had any friends or
You know what?
relatives?
It is really unfortunate that this year, so up until this year, he has been with me at every single show. This year was a little different. He wasn't able to travel with me everywhere.
Okay.
And as just like I had planned on Adela and Junior Nationals. And when I was after that, it was like, we'll see what happens after that. And just because of his work and everything, he can't easily just like drop everything and go watch me and everything. We got like a whole bunch
Yeah,
of house stuff. Like we have 3 dogs and stuff, so we can't. it's hard for us to like uh travel because of the dogs and stuff. So you'd have to plan way ahead. So unfortunately, this year of all years, he wasn't able to come with me. But he
No,
was at
that's
junior nationals. He was at junior nationals, which was great.
yeah,
Because that I live in Tennessee, and so Chattanooga is very close to where we live. So
yeah.
he was there for that one.
No, that's good. I mean, that's good. I mean, he like you said earlier, he's a coach.
He used to coach, yeah. So up
Okay.
until yeah, so let's see, he coached me from 2018 until 2023.
Oh,
So yeah, I did my yeah, I was like his last client essentially,
yeah.
2023, because he had already started to like end his uh client, or not end, that's a weird way of saying, but he was retiring basically. So
What
yeah.
was he ever on stage or?
Yeah, he used to compete also. He competed for, oh gosh, also I think a long time also. He started off in light heavy and then switched to classic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's cool. Like, yeah, I want to show more clips of you, in action. Yeah, this was pretty cool. I like this one.
Oh, thank you. This was probably one of my favorite routines, just
Yeah,
because I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, this was last year's routine at Junior Nationals. I only performed it once. We'll see if I want to bring it back out and improve it and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Like, what was it like training, doing all that stuff, preparing for that routine?
Let's see. For this routine, it wasn't gosh, it was fun. Just because the
Yeah, it
style
looked
was
fun.
really different. And I
Yeah,
knew that like no one else would do a routine in this style, pretty much. Not really anyway. I did ask Jacqueline Baker to help me a bit with this routine. So she helped me figure out some transitions and stuff because Jacqueline Baker being one of the top fitness competitors, pro fitness competitors that we have right now. She was and her she has amazing routines. It's always like so perfectly connected. So it was really cool to work with her a couple times and just get her insight on like how to improve the transitions and just make the routine flow better because I was trying to have a very fluid kind of routine. I
yeah,
wouldn't say I did perfect. You can definitely see some bobbles here and there, but it was still very fun.
yeah. Yeah, you know that green, like the green sleeves. It kind of
Mhm.
remind me of this show. It's called Shin Yun.
Yes,
And
yeah.
oh, you been it?
Well,
Yeah,
I haven't watched it, but I get the ads for it a lot. So those sleeves, they're called like Chinese silk sleeves or Chinese
yeah,
water sleeves.
right.
I done a little bit of like Chinese dance when I was a kid. So like, but it was like on the side for fun. Like I used to take Chinese school on Sundays, and like we had extracurricular classes. So my mom for a while signed me up for Chinese dance. So that's where like that's the most movement background. I really have that and a little bit of like martial arts, but none of it was very serious. But yeah, I wanted to tap a little bit into my like Chinese culture and stuff for it.
Yeah,
So I did
that's
that
cool.
routine. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to some shows in Shenyun. It's a beautiful show. Probably
It's
need to
so
check it
good.
out.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah,
should.
yeah,
I see the ads for it. I was like, oh, I really want to watch that. And I get inspired with a lot of like the traditional Chinese kind of
yeah,
dances and movements and athletics and stuff like that.
yeah. I'm in New York City, so I mean they have it like here, like in Lincoln Center, and then they go touring and all that type of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've seen. I know they drop by Chattanooga and Nashville. I think maybe once or twice a year. I just haven't been able to catch them
yeah.
when they are here.
Well, I'm glad you know about it. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, check it. Yeah, there's some other stuff. I put together a little. Well, yeah. Like
Yeah.
like how many like hours do you train to do this? Like the handstands and back
Let's
bends.
let's see. Handstands I've been working on for a very, very long time. Even like before I started doing fitness, like when I was pole dancing and stuff, I was also trying to work on handstands. Um, let's see. So that would be like early. 20s, but I didn't really start to be able to do and hold a handstand until maybe 2019, 2020-ish. Um,
Hmm.
and after that, when I finally started to like have the body awareness to be able to like hold a handstand, because like handstands, they do require strength, but they require more body awareness and just being able to like figure out how to like hold yourself and then manipulate your balance with your hands and under, or I should say like understand how your body is placed and then be able to like counteract your center of gravity with your hands and everything. So what was my point? Yeah, it takes me a long time, a
Yeah.
really long time to learn handstands.
Are you familiar with Little Fitness?
Little T, yeah, Cheddar
Yeah,
Leon. She
yeah.
is my
I like
assistant
her stuff.
coach. Yeah,
Oh, you ever met her? I think she's incredible.
she is amazing. I haven't met her in person yet. I hope I
Yeah,
get to one day. Yeah, but she seems like a wonderful person. But yeah, her stuff is freaking awesome. Like I hope to
yeah.
be just even like 50% as good as her, and I would be happy.
Yeah. Do you always want to remain in fitness?
Well, as long as I can, because I
Yeah,
love. Because okay, so like what really draws me to bodybuilding is and fitness, the fitness division and everything is just that like I just want to look really good and be able to do cool stuff.
yeah,
What I have because like so I have competed in bikini and figure, right? And for a while, what and like while I was competing, right? What so backing up, sorry, let me start over. So like I was doing pole dancing,
okay,
right? And then I jumped into doing the bikini division. And the more I did bodybuilding, the less I was doing like all the other like uh athletic kind of stuff that I was interested in. Like I was taking significantly less pole classes. I wasn't taking as many handstand classes. I wasn't like doing whatever calisthenic or athletic or like group fitness things that I really enjoy doing. I found that I was getting too much into just like the competition stuff, like the bodybuilding things, and it was actually getting really draining and I wasn't having fun anymore.
mm,
But the fitness division is a perfect blend of like bodybuilding because you do have to have a physique, but then obviously you have to train for the athletic part of it, the routine and everything. So it forces me to be able to, well, it allows me, I should say, to achieve both of looking good and be able to do cool stuff. So I don't really
yeah,
see myself changing divisions. If I ever do, I would probably try something like the women's physique division, only because they have like also a that routine, the individual rounds. Sorry, let me start over. They're during the finals, right? They do like their like posing, their individual posing and stuff. They have like that minute or 90-second routine that they do. So like I would totally do that, but throw in a couple handstands,
yeah.
something like that.
Is there somebody that you like in women's physique?
Currently, honestly, I don't follow it that
Yeah,
closely.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I just in general appreciate. I can appreciate the division.
yeah. I mean, I notice it's like female bodybuilders. They kind of focus, well, not all, but some, they don't really focus too much on other divisions. They just like concentrating on their division and stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah. What question I was gonna ask you? Why don't we play another clip? Oh yeah, like how's your training, like when you work out, like what do you do? Like do you do like leg workouts or
Yeah, so I guess you call it a 6-day split, where like
yeah,
4 days are dedicated to weight training. And then two of the days I call them like fitness skills, fitness training days, right? Where it's more of just working like this was my fitness day, where I was just working on that skill specifically, working on handstands, working on back bends, stretching a lot more and everything, work on my push-ups. So that's the general schedule. Is just like have a leg day, I'll have like a back day, um, a chest day, and then what's my last one? I'll do shoulders. It varies a little bit, like because again, my coach just gives me my training program, but it's usually 4 days of weight training, and I'll do some supplemental fitness skill work after or before it, and then 2 days of fitness focus work.
Yeah. Are you comfortable in wearing heels?
Oh yeah, yeah, I am. I have no problem. I I don't know. I know some girls hate it, but I'm just like they're just shoes to me. Like I don't wear heels regularly, but for some reason I'm okay with excuse me. I'm okay with them.
Yeah. I know you doing like them Bulgarian squats, and then you doing that. I mean, wow, that's a lot. Like, I try to do that. I don't think I could reach that low the way you doing it. That it's like, yeah, that's like, what was it like for you doing pole dancing? Like, you wasn't doing too much like that, right? With the flips and all that.
I got to a point where I was doing some flips and stuff, and I could do like meat. They're called meat hooks, like hanging off the hand, the shoulder. I could do like an iron cross, which is sort of like a human flag. So I was getting to like like intermediate advanced ish level. Like I don't do a ton of dynamic stuff usually. So okay, sorry. So certain kinds of flips I was doing, other kinds I was not.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say I was like getting up to the intermediate level. But overall, the pole dancing stuff, I still miss it. I don't do it as much. I would love to get back into it if I can find the time
Yeah.
and a place. Just because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of where I live now, it doesn't have any pole
Yeah.
dancing.
I know, at the Arnold's they have pole dancing like
Yeah,
competitions.
yeah, they
Do you
do.
pay attention to it? Because this lady, I was kind of mesmerized a bit. She was like dressing as Wonder Woman, and she was doing like this routine. She was like twirling like down, and
Oh,
then
cool.
yeah, like I was
Yeah,
like, wow, that's amazing. Yeah,
nice. No, I had honestly after I put all my focus into the fitness division, I stopped paying attention to pole dancing and stuff. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe you might want to take a look at it. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
but we'll see. Yeah, no, I've talked to my husband about installing a pole in our gym, but like there's
yeah,
not actually a lot of space because like I might end up like kicking some equipment or
yeah,
something like that. So we don't quite have the space for it right now. But if we did, I would just because it was a great. I mean, it's a great workout, and it's a nice like counter. What do you call it? Yeah, it's nice to train the opposing muscles, right? Because with fitness, I'm doing a lot of pushing and pressing, but with pole dancing, it's the opposite. You're doing a lot of pulling, but pulling instead. And so it's a good way to work the opposing muscles that I normally use in fitness. Um, I actually didn't notice that, like, I mean, maybe it's also because I've like picked up some size, but I feel like I was a lot more flexible when I was doing the pole dancing stuff. And I had less injuries. I was also younger, so like that's probably part of it too. But like when I was doing the pole dancing stuff, I was also taking like uh, adult calisthenic classes, so it was a
mm,
good balance of like similar things to the fitness training with the pole dancing, and so I was a lot more pliable, I guess you could
yeah.
say. So I should get back into it. This is
Yeah.
I
What
guess
was
what
you
I'm
doing?
saying.
Like push-ups?
What do you mean? Sorry, say that
Like
again.
what you like calisthenics? Like you was doing like push-ups, pull-ups?
Yeah, there was some pull-up training, but it was like a lot of handstand kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
L-sit work, pipe work, holds, things like that. And yeah, I mean, push-up training was involved also, but uh, they just called it I think they specifically called it adult gymnastics, but like it felt more like just general calisthenics
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
I see men do that, but I don't know if I would be interested in doing it. That it's kind of like targeted to females are doing it. But to each his own. But I don't see myself doing that. But what do you do like outside of when you're not competing? Like do you
Uh,
work?
I just work. Yeah, I'm actually a software engineer. That is my real job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been doing that?
my entire career. So since when I graduated 2011. So
Oh,
y'all can do
okay.
the math.
When you say software computer, like software engineer, what do you do like in terms of computers?
So it's like building applications, right? So, like
Okay.
for various levels, I've done like startup applications all the way up to more enterprise, like big companies and stuff, right? So if you just think anything that could run on the internet, that kind of stuff, or be
Okay.
used to connect and work, do things on the internet, that type of
Yeah.
software. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I mean that's cool because I went to a school and they was teaching me stuff similar to what you was telling me like applications programming stuff and even networking. Like
Hmm.
I wasn't really into all that. I wasn't really into it, but I wanted to know about computers so I could be able to get a job. And computers. Eventually, it's the future. It's now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was learning some of that, like with the applications and the programming and different languages
Hmm.
to
Yep.
the software, the programming, or like Linux. I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah, it was it was like 20 years now, I would say. I forgot all that stuff is like out the window. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I have like I have like a 2 year what's the name of the associate degree?
Association. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
computer information and stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, my thing is like drawing in the computer. I like to draw like doing art.
Oh, okay. Digital
Yeah,
art kind of stuff. Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
that type of
I love
stuff.
that
Yeah,
stuff. That's great.
yeah. I'll do like a little animation
Oh,
when I
nice.
feel like it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's great. I did a little bit of that when I was in high school. That's like originally what I wanted to get into was like digital art, graphic art kind of stuff. But
yeah,
I just sort of fell into software instead.
yeah. Well, that's good that you're doing that. That's cool. That's cool. Do
Yeah.
you like it? Do you enjoy it? Or
Yeah, yeah, I enjoy it a lot. I mean, it I realize it really depends on like the team that I'm on, right? So I used to before my current job, I used to be a consultant, and so I'd be on different types of projects. So it really depended on like who I was working with, the team I was working with, because at least that for that kind of stuff, the work was for my consultant stuff, the work was often the same, kind of rinse and repeat type of work. Uh, but let's see. Now I've switched jobs, switched companies, still doing software engineering stuff. That's a totally different team, different way to work. And I guess what I really like is just learning. I like to be like constantly learning. So as long as I'm in an environment where I'm learning new technology, which is something great about computer programming is that like the technology is constantly growing, improving. There's like AI now, everything, and so learning how to like leverage it and improve upon it and everything and be able to use it to make my job even better. It has been cool. So yeah.
uh, do your coworkers know that you compete as a
Yeah,
bodybuilder?
yeah. I'm usually pretty open about it, and so far it's been great. I've never had any judgment or anything. I know other people have like horror stories about being a body like some person who competes in bodybuilding at their office or whatever. But I have always been extremely lucky, I think, because like all my coworkers have been very, very supportive and totally understanding. Like when I'm like, I'll be like, hey, I've got a show coming up and I'm gonna take these days off. They're like, all right, good luck, like have fun, let us know how it goes and everything. Yeah, so
They don't go to your
I've been
shows
lucky.
like
Well,
they,
I mean, we all work remote, so they won't be going to my shows. Yeah.
okay, okay. Well, we got a guest, my boy, all the way, George Page. Good evening, folks. And he do interview female bodybuilders. He was on a panel with women that that kind of and competed, well, not kind of competed in masters at the Olympia in Tokyo and stuff. They
Oh,
did a men's fitness, but it didn't last long in the States. So I didn't know that.
yeah. Which federation was that? I know some federations still have it. So like Musclemania
Yeah, he
is
would.
one of the federations that still has fitness, men's fitness specifically.
Yeah. And he also says technology is advancing day by day.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is. So that was
Like,
important
what do
to
you
stay on
think?
top of it.
Like, what do you think about the AI and all that type of stuff? Like, do you think it's gonna take over like people's jobs and
I mean, in a way, yes. I mean, technology always is. That's why we have technology is to improve upon our lives and our work and stuff. And sometimes that does, I say, not necessarily improve, make our lives more efficient, right? That's all that technology is there for. Um, which does sometimes mean changing the way the working landscape looks like, right? So yes, it could take away jobs, and I think it's kind of like up to individuals and also just where you're working to decide like, are we going to take advantage of this new technology? The business probably will because they want to continue to be able to stay competitive with their other business. So then it comes down to like, how does the business decide to work with their current employees so that they're not left in the dust, right? So like at least at my job, we're being we'll be trying to roll out more AI kind of tooling and everything so that people can be more efficient, so the business can be more efficient. But we're also trying to be very careful about like saying like this is not to replace people. It will change our hiring landscape, but we want to make sure people understand like we want you to do better. We want you to leverage these tools to do better. So like so that you can be more efficient and so that the
yeah,
business overall is more efficient, right? So I think that's how I look at it is like this is just another technology that people can decide to use or leave it to just stay competitive, stay on top of
yeah,
their game, essentially.
yeah. I mean, I seen the robots, the androids and stuff like that, the humanoid androids, and like, wow, that's something like out of sci-fi and stuff. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
it's really coming to life.
So,
Everything
yeah.
you see, yeah, yeah. The IFB had it, but it's more popular in Europe. So
Okay. Okay. Talk about men's fitness. Okay.
yeah,
Cool. I didn't know they had men's fitness for a while.
yeah. Do you pay attention to the men's bodybuilding?
I pay a little bit of, I wouldn't say I pay attention to it. I watch certain podcasts that will talk about it, and that's as much as I pay attention to it. Right. So I'll
Yeah,
watch like Bro Chat and Dennis's podcast too, and occasionally Dave Palumbo's. So those are the three uh, podcasts that I'll watch that do talk about bodybuilding or men's bodybuilding specifically.
yeah. It's this young man that the internet be talking about. His name is his last name is Fitzgerald, and he's like maybe like 18, 19, and they kind of he had his physique is like incredible, but
Oh, okay.
people feel like they suspect him not being natty. He says that he's natty, but
Okay.
yeah, so
No, I wouldn't know. I'm not gonna judge someone if they are or are not. If they can. I think people can do whatever they want with their
yeah,
bodies. I
I
mean, I
ain't gonna
do.
go there.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go there because I know that's a bit of a sensitive topic for a lot of bodybuilders. So
Yeah.
you know, when it comes to technology, people think it'll be the Terminator or the Matrix. Well, I mean, it is kind of similar. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, there's different levels to understanding that, but I ain't gonna go there. But anyway, I appreciate giving me the opportunity. Would like to go to a show and see you perform. Yeah, that'd be
Dude,
awesome.
like, yeah, it's my pleasure to be on here. Thank you for having me and everything. Yeah, I'll be in off season for a while. I'm going to try to take like at least 3/4 of a year of improvement season, and then So that means I'll probably do a later show. If assuming the schedule is about the same, I'll probably do the Atlanta show again. And then there's a really great show in Tennessee, called the Night of Champions. That is
Mm.
also a pro am show. So, well, I guess every pro show is a pro am show, but they have pro fitness. So I'm gonna try to hit that one too.
Well, all of those page, she's got a. What's Elaine thoughts on who is going to be the new fitness Olympia?
Oh, yeah, I know that I talk about that with my friends all the time. Ooh, yeah, right, right. Missy stepping down. It's going to be interesting, right? Okay, so who are the top contenders? We got Jacqueline, Allison, Taylor, of course. Shelly is up there. Who else? Kimara. Um, who else is on the roster? We've got, I think my friend Andrea, um, Amber, Anya. I know I'm missing a couple other people. But okay, as far as the top goes, it's going to be interesting. So Taylor in the past hasn't done the greatest at the physique round, like right because she's younger, she's still pretty fresh as far as like her bodybuilding, like the actual like muscle building stuff goes. But of course she has
Says
the best
Taylor.
routines, and yeah, she usually has like the best routines. Um, oh, so actually, so far she has had the best routines. She always gets straight ones. So it'll depend really on how much her physique has improved and how far. Oksana is probably not coming back this year. I think she will come back, just not this year. Um, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. It's because it'll be basically between, I think, Taylor and Jacqueline for the most part, right? Because Jacqueline usually has this. Uh, Jacqueline has amazing routines, and she has like one of the top physiques also. Um, but then Allison, I don't know how close you all follow it. Allison's physique this year is like freaking amazing. Like she
Yeah,
has the perfect, like perfect shape. She has this tiny, tiny waist, this amazing, like wide, nice, dense back. She just has like the perfect shape, and she is
right.
like significantly more conditioned and way more muscled this year than she has been in the past. So like she is probably going to be pulling a first for the physique round. It'll be interesting to see how her routine round compares to everyone. I don't know. I don't have thoughts
Well,
on exactly who's going to place where,
he
but
knows more than me. Ariel
oh
still
yeah,
hasn't said.
I don't know if she's coming back because I don't know if you heard about her neck issue. She had like shown an X-ray of what was going on. Like it looked really bad. My guess is that right now she's either like done and just hasn't fully announced it yet, or maybe she won't announce it, or she's just slowly going through recovery, and we'll have to see if her recovery is if she can get to the point where she can come back on stage. Uh, We'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm still, all I know is Missy Trescott, Tamara Vaughn. I don't really, I'm not too familiar with the competitors mostly. I just like seeing the flips and, physiques,
Yeah,
and I'm just being real with you. I'm still learning. It's just,
yeah. But
I'm still,
Missy has switched to the figure division, right?
yeah, I know,
Yeah,
I know, yeah, I
yeah.
know, yeah, I know. I know. Like, what do you think about her moving to figure?
I mean, I think it makes sense in the if from a I think it makes sense in because her knees are like really screwed up now. Well, I don't know if
Yeah,
she's right. She like even last year she still had to have a knee brace on while she was doing her routine, and you could see at least for me because I'm used to seeing her style because I've been watching her for a while. She definitely didn't have the same type of output that she normally was. Like she was definitely holding back. She was not nearly as powerful as she used to be because she can't be anymore. So I'd say switching to figure makes sense from like a safety perspective, right? and and because she would have to really change up her style to stay competitive. So I think she got third in the routine round last
Yeah,
year.
she did get injured. I know that she got injured and stuff, and that was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
really
exactly. That's what
harsh.
I'm saying. Yeah, because of her like severe injury, like I don't know if she'll be able to get back to where she used to be. I mean, it might, or maybe she can, but gonna take a while. Maybe she doesn't want to like wait around. And yeah, but
Have you ever got injured? Like, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out
not
there.
to the degree that some of the girls have. I've had
Yeah,
like carpal tunnel in my wrist from doing too many handstands and stuff like
yeah.
that. I tend to get a recurring hamstring injury. Like I tend to strain it and pull it a lot. Like even right now, actually, like I pulled it back in January and I haven't let it fully recover. So even right now, one of my splits aren't quite as good as the other split. Like it used to be my good leg, and now it's my very bad leg. Or, I yeah, nothing that has taken me out. It's just stuff I have to work around.
Okay, well, I wish you good luck. I mean, well, not good luck, but I wish you the best. You know,
Thank you.
yeah. So I'm gonna let you go, and I appreciate your time, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
hope we could do
absolutely.
this
Thank you so much
again.
for having me. Yeah, I'd
No
be happy
doubt,
to.
no doubt. All right.